All right. Looks like we're live on both platforms now.
Yes, we are live. It's been a couple of weeks, so bear with us. We got to remember how to do this again. Holy crap, I didn't realize how poofy my hair was tonight. Whew. Alrighty, so it looks like our Facebook is working good. That's good. We got a couple people starting to peek in here
Hey, Becky.
on YouTube. So that's interesting. There it is. Okay.
Just take a second first.
All right. So super exciting. Glad that we've got some people starting to trickle in here. We've got a lot to talk about and very excited to have some people joining us. Hi, Kim. Thanks for joining us. Yay. So we are definitely going to be talking about our trip a little bit, specifically the Disney's Hilton Head Island Resort. But to give everybody a chance to get in here, and also because Halloween is officially over and now we are into the Christmas season. Forget about Turkey Day. There's a few things that we wanted to talk to you guys about with Universal and the Walt Disney World Resort before we get into talking all about Hilton Head.
Yep.
So, all right, let's just
Christopher says hell from Utah. I think he
was supposed to be hello.
Hello. You left one letter off there, son. Of course, it could be hell
difference. Right. So we'll go ahead and let a few people pop in here. Miss you too, Kim.
Yep.
We definitely do. So, all right. And looks like Deb is down there on YouTube. She said, okay, fantastic. Thank you for that. All right. So first things first.
The Christmas tree is up at Walt Disney World. Sorry.
Yes, it is. So we actually got to see it from the gates. So we didn't go into Magic Kingdom.
No.
On our trip, but we did get to see a lot of decorations up. Saw that the Christmas tree was up already. Mm-hmm. And hi, Jan. Thanks for joining us. So that was really exciting. And believe it or not, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, the first party is tomorrow night.
And
how
already?
Crazy is that? And it's sold out, of course. So, so Disney World, I mean, they're starting up their holiday traditions with Christmas and Hanukkah and all that fun stuff starting tomorrow. And that will go through the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is actually starting off tomorrow, and then it will end on December 22nd. That will be the last party that they'll have. Yep. But obviously their holiday stuff, they normally keep things up until mid-January.
Yeah.
So if you don't get there before Christmas, you'll still get to see some fun decorations and stuff after Christmas.
And if you're wanting to go, you need to get a hold of us.
Yes, there is still time.
Yes, there's still time. There's still availability. And believe me, it is something you don't want to miss. Mm-hmm. There's something magical about being at the parks.
Mike made it.
There's something magical about being at the parks during the holiday season, for Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and even New Year's Eve. It is just a magical time to be at any of the parks. I'm talking Universal or Disney. So if you guys are interested, get a hold of us.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Also makes a great Christmas gift to give. And don't forget, in March, we are going to Universal, and it's just your first opportunity to join Plum Crazy Adventures on their first Plum Crazy Adventure outing.
I was just going to let him go with that one. I wasn't sure what he was doing.
So if you guys are interested in doing that, what's the dates again, Megan?
So that will be the first full week of March. He's putting me on the spot. I believe it's the 3rd through the
4th.
It's the 4th through the 11th, I think, the Saturday to Saturday. If I don't have those dates exactly right, I apologize.
Yeah.
I know that we are there for his birthday because his birthday lands, I think, on a Thursday.
And that's Mardi Gras time, baby. So if you guys have never done Mardi Gras down in New Orleans and want to try more of
the thick of New Orleans festivities.
Yeah. So if you want to come down and try a mild version of Mardi Gras, maybe come down with us and hang out and have some fun.
You just keep teasing him up there, Deb. He needs all the teasing he can get. That was hard to get out there, Scott Snyder.
Well, I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, so I'm a little tired.
Yeah.
But, hey, another thing, real quick. Who got to see the launch this morning? I did. We did. Noah did. We watched the launch from Wallops Space Flight Facility in Virginia, right here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It illuminated the sky this morning at 5:30 in the morning. It was amazing. I could not believe it. I was so thrilled to see that. It literally just made my Monday completely the best for a Monday.
Hi, Colleen. Thanks for joining us up there on Facebook. We appreciate it. So, Christopher, I'm not surprised that you didn't see it. I mean, you're basically all the way over in the west side of the country. So, it'd be a little hard for you to see it where you are.
Watch for those California launches. Maybe you'll get to see one of those.
That's true. So let me go ahead and get back to Walt Disney World with their holiday stuff, because we got a ton to talk about and we get completely steamrolled all the time. So like I said before, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, there's only select nights starting tomorrow night through December 22nd. If that is something that you're thinking about, that you have maybe never done before, you want more information, definitely reach out to us. 911 in Goldsboro got UFO complaints. That's really funny. Dad was probably up, but he was looking at the dog peeing. No. That was your mother that said that. So for the Very Merry Christmas Party, there is Minnie's Wonderful Christmas Time Fireworks. Now, I really like it because Minnie has a little bit more of a focal point than Mickey on that. So it's always fun. There's also the Mickey's Once Upon a Time Christmas Parade. It's not quite the Boo to You parade, but it's still really nice parade. We really enjoy it. There's also the stage show, which is called Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration. And then there is a Club Tinsel dance party. That's always fun. And then there's also different magic shots and things that you can do while you're at the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Now, other things that they are doing that is included in your regular park admission, if you decide to go during the holiday season, they're going to do a Santa Claus Merry Motorcade Parade. Please don't ask me to say that again quickly. And that will be along Hollywood Boulevard in Hollywood Studios. So you get to see the man himself, Mr. Santa Claus, on his parade. And then I believe you're also going to be able to meet him and do some photos and stuff with him as well. So if your little ones want to meet Santa and tell him what they want for Christmas, check out Hollywood Studios. There is also the Magical Menagerie puppets that are coming back to Discovery Trail over in Animal Kingdom. No, not those kind of puppets. They're actually really pretty puppets. And I don't know, I didn't have a chance to pull any photos or anything, but I've seen them in the past. They're actually very cool looking, and I think it would be really neat to see those. Then there is also the tradition of holiday cookie strolls over at Epcot. You can get your little your booklet and then go around the world and get sampled different holiday cookies from different countries. And then at the end, you get a small prize because you had all that sugar overload, which is probably another cookie.
Big cookie. Count me in. I'm ready to do it.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And then, of course, the Candlelight Processional is coming back this year. And it is going to be what we remember in the past. So that's going to be really, really exciting. And the Epcot Festival of the Holidays actually starts November 25th. So literally, let me see, that is the Friday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
so,
Black Friday.
Black Friday, they're doing that. So that's exciting. Now, I will say Disney Springs does a few things as well. So if you're wanting to go down to Orlando and you aren't planning on spending time in the parks, definitely check out Disney Springs during the holiday season because parking is free if you have to have your own vehicle. And also, they do have a Christmas tree stroll there. So you get to see all kinds of different Christmas trees decorated with different IPs, such as Nightmare Before Christmas. I've seen Ariel, all kinds of different ones. So they're a lot of fun.
And decorations were up, already starting to go up last week.
They were starting to go up last week slowly. Not as much at Disney Springs, but definitely at Magic Kingdom. But also, Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar gets a holiday makeover. So that's a really fun thing that you can do as well, is go have some holiday-themed drinks at Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar. It's kind of a fun take on a really cool location right there in Disney Springs.
Yeah, it is.
And
it's a really cool location.
The last thing, one of my favorite things to do whenever we're at Disney World during the holiday season is
shop.
Yes, I like to shop too. I always make it a point to make sure that we go over to the Grand Floridian to be able to see the gingerbread house
Yes.
because they are officially getting it put together and getting it started. So it's not up and ready yet, but they've got the space. I think they've got all the baking and stuff done that they need to do because I mean, they literally, it is a real gingerbread house.
Yeah, and the main part of the house is already completed right now.
Yeah,
but they got to decorate it and put all the little trinkets and stuff on it and make it look pretty.
And it's bigger and better every year, and they get more and more elaborate every year. Now, the one thing that we haven't done that hopefully we'll get to do this year, fingers crossed, is get to go over to the beach club because the beach club has the carousel that is a complete gingerbread creation that they do for the holiday season every year. So
fingers crossed.
Yay. Super excited. Was there anything else about Disney World you wanted to add?
No, I had a lot of fun down there last week. So it was really nice to be able to take the new vehicle onto the property. And now she has bragging rights about being on the property like the Tucson and the truck has too. So
the car's the only one that hasn't made the trek to Florida.
Yep, not yet. So but sorry, we got a train going by.
Yep.
Anyway, no, everything looked great down there. I did notice some things from where the hurricane went through a month ago. They were still doing some cleanup and stuff. Not at Disney per se. Disney was completely done. Universal was completely done. But on the outside around Orlando, there were some bigger trees and stuff that were still knocked down and stuff, and they were cutting them up and everything. But other than that, they've made a complete full recovery until now we have another tropical depression that's coming, and it's looking to go right up through Orlando again. So hopefully things will change on that, but it doesn't look like it. So, but Florida's Florida. It was warm. It was nice, and I'm ready to go back. So.
Yep. So now over at Universal, obviously we cannot be talking about holidays without talking about Universal and Grinchmas.
Oh yeah, Grinchmas. Oh, yeah.
Love Grinchmas. Now Grinchmas is included with your regular park admission, and they are basically doing their holiday event from November 12th through January 1st. Now, couple of things that you can do is you can see the Universal Holiday Parade, which features Macy's balloons. So that's always a ton of fun.
That was so cool.
We really enjoyed that when we were there. Was that last year that we were there? Yeah.
Yeah, that was last year.
Sorry. Things start to go, and I'm just like, wait a second, when was that? There is also Grinchmas, which is the Hula Day Spectacular. That is coming back again this year, and I believe they're going to do it in the Blue Man stage again this year, which was a really fun place to do it, very large. There's also going to be Mannheim Steamroller Select Nights, so that is super exciting. That's one thing that we did not get to do when we were there last year. I really want to be able to see that. And then, of course, something that's already started to happen is the transformation of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter into a holiday set. So that was really interesting and fun. Each of the shops kind of have different garland decorated for what they have inside. So for instance, Madame Malkin's is going to have different fabrics and little wizard robes, things like that. That's going to be in the garland. Over at like the Weasley Wizard Wheezes, you're going to have candies and pieces and things like that all through your garland that's decorating the windows and such. Over at the Quidditch shop, you're going to have little mini brooms and snitches, things. So it's a really cool thing to be able to go and check out, see all the different decorations that they have that really bring the holiday spirit into the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So now if you wanted to take it a step further, Universal does have a couple of options that you can pay extra for. And I'm really glad that they're coming back because it was kind of hard to do it last year, so we didn't. There is going to be a Grinch and Friends character breakfast, which is a tasty breakfast buffet over at the Circus McGurkus Stupendous Cafe Stupendous. And
I would go do that.
Yes. So you're going to be able to have breakfast with the Grinch and with other characters from Whoville, which will be a lot of fun. They'll go around. You're going to have themed foods, specialty drinks, non-alcoholic beverages. You also get a digital download of a photo of you with the Grinch. And then that normally starts at like $42 plus tax. Now you can take that a step farther and you can do the Universal's holiday tour. Now this one, you're going to get an exclusive meet and greet with the Grinch and Max, which
Cool.
you don't get to see Max unless you do this. You do in the Hula Day Spectacular, but not to meet him and say hello.
Yeah.
You also get reserved seating for the Grinchmas Hula Day Spectacular. You'll get small plates at the Circus McGurkus Cafe Stupendous, which includes things like cookies, Who Hash, oh my gosh, Who Hash, chicken and waffles, popcorn shrimp, beverages, a hot cocoa bar. Mm-hmm. That sounds amazing. You're also going to be able to meet with Santa and get a photo download of your photo with Santa, as well as priority access to one attraction. And then you'll also get an after-hours showing of the Christmas projection on the Hogwarts Castle. So that is super exciting. That one starts at about $80 plus tax and goes up from there. Now that one, because it is like a not exactly like an RIP tour, but it is a tour that the Universal employees put on. It's up to 12 guests are per tour, and it just kind of depends on where you're going and what you want to do.
Yep.
So of the two, I really, really enjoyed Grinchmas last year when we went.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. I really, really like Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. I like all the Disney, what Disney does for the holidays. I think it's amazing. But there's nothing quite like the Grinch getting on to you to get you into the holiday spirit.
Yeah, no kidding, no kidding.
Yes, and there is tons of Grinch merchandise everywhere this year, Deb.
Yes.
I do agree.
Yes.
So
when we were walking through City Walk just last week,
they had an entire kiosk.
Yeah, and believe me, and plus in the Universal store, there was all kinds of Grinch stuff, and believe me, it was difficult for me not to drop a couple $100 right there.
Yeah.
But most of the stuff I already have.
Yeah, well, you were eyeing that Grinch full body suit really
I'm
hard.
telling you, I was
Nick
thinking
has one. He's outgrown it, unfortunately.
Yeah, we had to cut the feet out of it so that we'd actually still fit into. Now it looks like shorts on him.
Yeah, I know, poor kid. He's grown like a weed over the past year. But they have adult ones now, and Scott was like, "Oh, look at this!" And I'm like, "You can't wear that." Like, he would be dying in that thing.
Oh, well, I'd be
he would want it.
I'd be full character all the time.
Oh, that too.
Like, she'd have to go into the bedroom with the Grinch.
Don't do that.
That
was not the Grinch. Hi, Sandra. Thank you for joining us, and I apologize for what you just saw. All right, so definitely, if you guys are thinking about doing a last-minute trip for the holidays, or if you're wanting to surprise your kids, now is the time to start thinking about it. I'm going to be pushing pretty hard with people.
Yes.
If they're wanting to do trips as Christmas presents, we can get your deposits in. You do not have to, depending on when you are going, you do not have to get your full payment in right away, which is a great thing. We can go ahead and get those started, and I can help you start planning those fantastic ways of surprising your kids Christmas morning or during Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you celebrate with your vacation for your next year.
And don't forget, you can go with us in March.
You can go with us in
to
March.
Universal.
And you're going to want to do that because we're a hoot.
Yes. And we've already got a couple clients already getting ready. They've already booked. They're going to go with us. So we've already got people going with us and stuff. And then there's a couple other people I really want to go.
So we really want to get you guys going with us. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Like he said, it's going to be our first, I don't want to say annual. Maybe it'll be a biannual. Maybe it's every 2 years. We have no idea yet because we've never done it before.
Yeah.
But it's going to be our very first Plum Crazy Adventure Posse adventure.
Yeah. So it'll be very exciting. And then you guys are going to also get to see all the photos and all the excitement and stuff that we get to do on YouTube and on our Facebook and Instagram page. So you guys, if you haven't subscribed to those channels, make sure you do that.
Yep, exactly. So now that we've talked about that, I think it is time that we start talking about Disney's Hilton Head Island Resort.
Wow. Totally love this. Okay, first of all, when you come on Hilton Head Island, I don't know if anybody that's on here has been there, but you instantly get Disney vibes as soon as you pull on the island. Like the coloring of the poles, the way the lights are, the trees hanging over.
That's okay, Chris.
The trees hanging over with the Spanish moss hanging down off of it. I mean, you feel like you're literally on an island designed by Disney itself.
You're talking about Hilton Head in general.
Yeah, the whole Hilton Head Island, like
Okay.
not just the resort. I'm talking about the whole place.
Because the resort is actually on
The
its
resort,
own island.
yeah, it is. It is.
So I just wanted to clarify.
But it just like, I don't know if you felt that way, but when we drove in, like, and got in, not into the actual resort, but just onto Hilton Head Island itself,
Okay.
I felt like I was literally on a Disney property everywhere.
Mhm.
Even when going grocery shopping.
Jan
at
says you're
Kroger's.
100% correct.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just, it's beautiful. It's
Mhm.
gorgeous. And then we get to the Disney resort.
Yes.
Wow. Like,
Now, exclusivity, like if you really want to feel like you're going someplace and you're just like, ooh, I'm big stuff and I'm staying
Yeah.
here. Like
Mhm.
Disney's Hilton Head Island Resort is the place to do it
Yeah.
because you have to take a bridge in order to be able to even get to
Mhm.
the box to call and say, hey, we're checking into our resort before
Mhm.
they will lift the gate and let you in.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty wild.
Yeah.
And
that
I
was
wish
really
that
cool.
it had been lighter out because we would have gotten that recorded and put that in our future YouTube video.
Yep.
You'll see the bridge and everything, but you won't get our like first reactions of, oh boy,
Whoa.
what are we getting into?
I loved her. I loved how when I turned and looked at her when we pulled up to the box, I'm like, okay, what do we do?
I'm like, yeah, press a button.
911. We want in.
Oh, that's true. So, some quick facts. Disney's Hilton Head Island Resort actually opened in 1996. March 1st, 1996 was actually the first night that they accepted guests, so that's really exciting. It is situated on 15 acres, and the Hilton Head Island Resort itself is actually situated on Longview Island, which overlooks the Broad Creek. So you're as you'll see in our future video, there's a marina with all kinds of different boats that go in and out of Broad Creek and then are able to go out into the Atlantic. But it was really interesting because, again, the exclusivity, you have to take that bridge. That's the only way on and off the island by vehicle.
Yeah.
So
And
I
these
thought that
boats
was
that
really unique.
These boats that she's talking about, these are not like little dinghies. I'm talking like multi-million-dollar yachts. There was one boat down there, I swear it had to be pushing like $1 billion because it
Not 2 or 3 because it was big.
Like it was huge. It was custom. It was custom leather work done, and lighting, and just.
I've never seen a solid black boat that was like 60 feet long and just like it custom everything.
Yeah.
It was really wild to see. So now the other thing is that I do want to warn you guys before we get too far into this is I was told by front desk staff that the renovations for this property is going to be starting in fall of next year. Hi, Benny. Thanks for joining us. The issue. It's not an issue per se with this, but it is the smallest resort that Disney owns. And so there is very limited capacity for it. And so when they start doing the renovations, it's going to be interesting to see just how much less availability there is going to be.
Yeah.
So if this is something you're wanting to do, definitely reach out to me because as soon as DVC releases those rooms for people that are non-DVC members, we can get those snagged up for you. Now, let me see here. I did want to talk about briefly the different rooms, okay? Because we stayed in a studio suite, which was great for us because it was 2 adults, 1 kid. Nick was with us. We didn't have JT, Noah, or Chris with us. Now, they do offer 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom villas. I'll get into those in a minute. But the studio suite was really nice. We got a 1 queen bed. We had a queen sleeper sofa, which when it was pulled out, we still had plenty of room to be able to get around it and stuff. I did fold it up during the day just so that we had more floor space, but I didn't need to, which was great. You also get a kitchenette. And by kitchenette, I mean you've got a microwave, you've got coffee maker, miniature fridge, you've got decent amount of counter space as well as a sink. You just didn't have a stovetop. which
No.
I was fine with. Now you also get a ceiling fan in the room. You get a private porch, which was fantastic.
Yes.
I swear that doubled. It felt as though it doubled our living space. And then you get a shower tub combo, which is great if you've got little kids. I know a lot of hotels are going to shower only, so it was nice that that had an actual tub.
A little surprise to let you guys know that if you do get the room category that we were in, the door that opens up to go out onto the balcony, there's actually 2 doors there. They do both open. So it will literally open up the whole space all the way through there.
We didn't know that until right before we left.
Yeah, we were getting ready to walk out the door, and I'm like, look, there's hinges on that. Oh, that opens. Duh. So,
oops.
Yeah. But Nick absolutely loved that porch. There was
Yes, he
2
did.
rocking chairs out there, and I swear that kid was in that one of those rocking chairs constantly.
Yes, he was. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So, being able to, even though we were in the main lodge building, and literally right below us was the exit out from Big Murgy's Den, which is a communal hall area that they have right off of where you check in. Very rarely did we hear anybody down there.
Yeah.
It was very quiet. You could hear the birds, you could hear the crickets, and everything. It was amazing.
Yeah.
You really felt like you were off on your own.
Yeah.
And that was doubly amazing because of where we were.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
And we had neighbors all around us.
Yeah,
And-
they were fully booked
Yeah.
both nights that we were there.
Yeah. And we never heard them. I mean,
Nope.
it was beautiful there. So.
Yeah. So, another thing that I thought was really cool is when I got there, I went in and I checked in, and when you get there, you have to get buzzed in. You say you're checking in. They'll open up the gate, and then you park in the front area. You go up the steps, or you can take an elevator if you can't do steps. But you go up the steps to their main floor, which is their first floor. And when I arrived, there's big Mickey that you open up, and that was amazing. And they say, welcome home. It's a DVC resort. So that's the first thing they tell you. Oh, welcome home. Oh, this isn't my home, but I want it to be. Can I just stay here forever?
Yep. Oh man, it was tough to leave.
So that was the first thing. I was just like, oh my gosh. And then she goes, have you ever stayed here before? And I said, well, we've been to Disney World, Disneyland, but this is our first visit to Hilton Head. She goes, oh, it is? I said, yes. Well then, you have to have your first visit button. I can't even tell you. I think the last time we got one of these first visit buttons was when we went to Disneyland, 2017, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was like a year old.
Yeah.
That was the first time in like years that we had the opportunity to get first visit buttons. So all 3 of us got first visit buttons. Super excited about that. Got to wear them around. Everybody's like, hi, and like just being real nice and sweet and everything because it was our first visit there. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
And so that was a really cool experience for us when we got there.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I loved about it the most was the pool. Oh my gosh. They have a slide.
And he's
there.
talking about the Big Dipper pool because
Yes.
there's actually 2 pools.
Yeah. There was another one?
You were in it. The beach club pool.
Oh, duh. Okay. Well, I'm not talking about the beach club. I'm talking about the Big Dipper.
Okay.
Okay. This pool had a slide. All right. Now, when I first walked in, I looked at the slide and I thought, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to get in that. I'm not going to be able to go to it's a kid slide until some guy gets up and goes in it and comes down and he comes right out, just shoots right out. And I'm like, if he can do it, I can do it. So I went, got in it. Guys, I'm not kidding you. This thing, and it just shoots you right out the end. Got some great GoPro video of it.
Yeah.
You guys are going to see it in the video once we get it completed and done and put up. But man, was that thing fun. I had a blast on it.
He had a lot of fun with it. And I really enjoyed the pool itself. Nick had an absolute blast in the Little Dipper pool area, which is for the younger kids. They had a couple of water squirters, which were like frogs shooting water into the pool, and it was only a foot deep. So he was able to wade around, get himself comfortable, because he kind of had like a bit of a meltdown when we first got to the pool, and we're not quite sure why. But he was able to kind of wade around, have some fun before he's like, okay, now I'm ready for the real pool. So that was fun. Also a hot tub. I do wish there had been more than one. Did you lose your trunks?
Did I lose? No. Surprisingly, no, I did not. I did come down on the bottom.
A couple times.
Yeah, I came down on the bottom of the pool a few times, and of course, when you get shot out, you're only in about 3.5, 4 foot of water right there.
Yeah.
But man, when I came down, I went down. Boom! I hit my butt would hit the bottom, and I'd start going back up. But you'll see in the video. You'll see.
Yes, you will. So there is a hot tub. I do wish that there had been like 2 hot tubs, because I definitely, at least when we were there, it was more of an adult-oriented area, like the resort itself. I don't know if it's like that all year. I don't know if it would be different in the summer when the kids are off of school.
I would say there's going to be more kids during the summertime. There was a few kids there, but it really felt more like it was like a retirement party, basically. You know, I mean, everybody walking around was in their 60s, basically, except for a couple young people.
Yeah. There were a couple of families that were also there. There were some kids that were Nick's age, and there was a couple kids that were toddler age, things like that, with their parents that were our age. So we weren't the only ones there, but it was definitely interesting. I just wish that there had been like another hot tub there, because it seemed like that was what all of the adults wanted to do. Yeah. And all the adults that
didn't have their kids with them were in that pool.
Yes. And I try very hard not to, like, because Nick really likes hot tubs. He's definitely my kid. And so I don't generally let him go into the hot tubs if there's a bunch of adults, because he likes to splash and all that fun. In the fall, it's usually the older crowd, not a lot of children. That's exactly what it was.
Definitely was that.
Which was nice, because it was nice and quiet. Nick had basically free run of certain areas, because they had a full playground, and he was the only one who was like, woohoo, this is all mine.
He was having a blast.
But let me go ahead and get back into the
room categories.
Room categories.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. We might just bounce around a little bit, because it gets a little dry. So there's also a one now. Real quick before I go into the 1-bedroom villas, the studio suites, just to give you an idea of how small this resort is. Those sleep up to 4 adults, or 4 adults with 1 child that's under 3. And it's about a 375 square foot room. I think that 375 is without that balcony, to be honest, but I could be wrong. There's only 21 studios on the property. Okay. And we got 1 of them. So that was amazing that we were even able to get that on this trip. Now, a 1-bedroom villa. Now, how this one works is you get a master suite with a bathroom, living room, full kitchen. You also get a mud room. Like, who thought that you'd get a mud room? But it kind of makes sense with you being in South Carolina. You also get a private porch. And you get a ceiling fan in the living room. You also get a ceiling fan in the master bedroom. The master bedroom has a king, and then there is a split bath, which in one of the bathrooms you get a sink with a whirlpool tub. Yay. And then in the other bathroom, you get a sink, toilet, and shower. So I really like that. The mudroom has its own washer and dryer, so you don't have to worry about bringing home dirty clothes. And then your living room has a queen sleeper sofa with a twin sleeper chair. And then, of course, the ceiling fan, like I mentioned. Now, this room is 800 square feet, and it sleeps up to 5 adults or plus 1 child that's under 3 in a crib. Okay. Now this one is 21 1-bedroom villas. That's all the more that they have at this property. Okay. So we're already only at 42 rooms, and that's half of the room categories done. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Now 2-bedroom villas. Now, how this works, and it really kind of lessens it a little bit, is there are some of them are studio and one bedroom villas combined, because all of your one bedroom villas and all of your studios have a connecting door, so that you can open it up and you can have a one bedroom villa with a studio. And so you would have both, and that would be considered a two bedroom villa.
Okay.
And then there are others that are dedicated two-bedroom villas. All of these villas have the same master suite that I told you, with a split bathroom. They also have a second bedroom that offers 2 queen beds, and this one sleeps up to 9 adults plus 1 child under 3. And this is actually the largest category that they have here, because they have 76 dedicated villas, and then up to 21 of the combined villas. If they were to take all of the studio and one bedroom villas, there's 21 of those total. They could turn all of those technically into 2-bedroom villas. So,
wow.
So again, we're right back at, that's not a whole lot of space. And you're starting to say, sorry, I'm late. I lost track of time. That's okay, Amy. Thanks for joining us this evening. So definitely 2-bedroom villas are the most common thing that they have here, because they do have 76 dedicated villas. Plus they can turn those other 21 studios and 1 bedrooms into a 2-bedroom villa. So you have that. And then you have the mega rooms, which are the 3-bedroom villas. And oh my gosh, this sounds amazing. You get a 2-level accommodation, which I cannot figure out which building these would be in. Okay, what is the thing with under age 3? So if you have a child that is under age 3 and they are able to sleep in a crib, obviously you can rent one and you pay Disney the fee for that, or you can bring your own crib or inflatable that they will be sleeping in, and then that child is free to stay in that room. So for instance, for the, let me see here, the 2-bedroom villa, you've got a master king room that has a 1 king bed, so 2 people can sleep in there. In your 2-bedroom, or in your queen, for your 2-bedroom, you have 2 queens in there, so you can have 4 people in there, so that gives you 6. Then you have your living room, which has your queen sleeper sofa, so that's 2 more people, gives us 8. They also have a sleeper chair, which is 9. So that's how they're getting the 9 adults. And then 1 child that could basically just sleep on the floor or have room for the crib without breaking fire laws. And so that's where they get that from. Okay. Good question, Deb. I appreciate you asking me to clarify that. Now, back to the 3-bedroom, it has 2 levels of accommodation. So on your main floor is going to be your king suite with your king bathroom in your king bedroom. And then you're going to have a living room and you're going to have a full kitchen. Okay. On your second floor, you're going to have 2 full bedrooms with their own bathrooms attached. And each of those 2 bedrooms are 2 queen beds each. So you can have 2, 4, 6. You could have 8 people. Sorry, I had to do the math.
2, 4, 6, 8.
You can have 8 people sleeping in your upstairs of your 3-bedroom villa. Now, on your main level of your room, you've obviously got your king bed. So that's going to sleep 2 people. So now you're at 10. And then you've got a queen sleeper sofa in your living room. So that's 12. And then you have, I believe you also get a sleeper sofa there as well. For some reason, I didn't write how many people actually sleep in that room. Oops. But just to kind of give you a perspective, there's only 5 of these 3-bedroom villas on resort.
Yeah.
So there are less than 200 places to stay in this entire resort. Amy said she was there in 97. I think that's when they opened. My cousin was the activities director. Yes, they actually opened in March 1st, 1996, Amy. So yeah, it was brand new when you were there. Fun fact, they'll actually be starting renovations for it starting next fall. That is something that they haven't started doing yet. It's been open since 96 and it's been the same. Certain things definitely were a little worn, but I don't know. I really liked it.
It still had the Disney magic and the excitement as soon as you walked in the door. It just, you get out of your vehicle and they're waving at you and saying, "Welcome home." You know, it's just wow.
Yeah.
So.
Now, I will say, Amy and Jan, because both of you guys have been there, Shadow the dog is no longer with them. She did not come back and resume her duties after the pandemic. So kind of sad that happened, but it is what it is. I was very curious because I was looking for Shadow's dog box, and they don't have it anymore because she is no longer with the company. So she's enjoying her retirement.
Yep.
So, and weird driving through town at night. Weird with no lights on anywhere. Oh, yes. So this is basically the same as the one on the Space Coast of Florida. I don't know if I would consider it the same. They're going to be very different. For one thing, Hilton Head Island Resort is not on the beach, whereas Disney's Vero Beach Resort is literally on the beach.
Right.
So when you are staying at Disney's Hilton Head Island Resort, they actually have a shuttle that takes you over to their private beach house, which is, they said it's 1.3 miles away. And you can either take a shuttle or you can drive yourself. Just depends on what you're more comfortable doing.
Right.
We did take the shuttle over. The beach house was a very fun area. It had its own amazing pool, and you could look out and you could see the ocean waves and stuff.
And it had Dole Whips.
It had Dole Whips. Yes. And if Nick hadn't been such a butt, I would have gotten myself a Dole Whip.
But he ended up getting a Mickey ice cream bar.
He did. The guy was trying so hard to make him feel better.
Man, Nick was he was not having it. He did not want to get in that pool. He did not want to be.
Yeah, that's not a
nothing.
beachfront.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Nick, poor Nick. I felt bad for him. We don't know what set him off, but he was so excited to go get in the pool. It was literally us and one other couple that was there, because we got there like right after the resort, the beach house opened.
Yep.
And he took like 2 steps into the pool, 3 steps into the pool, and then got out, sat down, and started crying.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I don't know what happened.
So Amy, I think that this is probably a resort that's going to be better fitting for adults, personally. The only thing, the only reason why I'm kind of going is because there's actually no like nice dining on site. You would have to go off to your dad's funny. That's my grandson. You would have to go off site for like your fine dining and everything, because technically they only have a couple of quick services.
Yeah.
They've got the Sandman's Bar, which is at the beach house, where you can get some like light like cheese quesadillas, things like that, while you're over there, or you can go near the pool bar. What is that called? Tide Me Over.
Tide Me Over, yeah.
That is the quick service where you can get some breakfast in the morning until 10, and then they do like hamburgers, and I had a Mickey pretzel, things like that. So, but otherwise, I think this is kind of more adult oriented. Teenagers are going to be bored out of their mind here.
Yeah. If you don't want them to be on their phones, don't take them here.
Exactly. But
they will.
Little kids are going to have a blast.
Yes. Yeah. Little kids are going to have a blast in the pool. There is the play areas with the little kids. They do movies. And no, I did not see any characters.
No, but again, we were off season. Yeah.
So there probably is, but with it being off season, there's less chances to see them and stuff. So
did see some really cool topiaries. Obviously, I've used it a couple times already because it's so dang cute. The Mickey topiary holding the Disney's Hilton Head sign. We also found Bambi and Thumper. Yep. And Nick had to give Thumper a kiss on the nose, which was adorable, and we do not have that on video. No. Some people really want Dole Whips no matter what. Yes, I do. I cannot believe I went to 2 different Disney properties and I did not get a Dole Whip this trip. I don't know what's wrong with me. Yeah. I'm going to have to double up when we
were at the Poly. We were at the Poly and standing literally right beside the thing. And I looked at her and I'm like, do you want one? We'll get one in a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
We never went
Jan,
back.
That's a good point too, and I'm glad you brought that. Sorry, Amy. Yes, Hilton Head is definitely a golfing community area. I think what was it, like 73 public golf courses or something in the
There's
area.
a
It's some
ton.
insane number. So it, that's not really for kids, but
Unless they're into it. I mean, if they are,
yeah, but not all of the golf clubs are going to allow kids on their
yeah,
greens.
yeah,
So just depends on which one. But anyway, so yeah, so it kind of is more of an adult um, vibe, I felt.
hmm
And I think that some of the dining options that I was researching definitely had more of an adult vibe. Like there was a Frank Sinatra bar that I'm like, oh my gosh, if we didn't have Nick with us, I want to go there. It'd be fun.
She has COVID right now. Nothing sounds good, but Dole Whip.
Oh no. Well,
That's
Google the
terrible.
Dole Whip recipe and stick it in your blender. It's basically pineapple and a few other goodies. So, um, hope you feel better soon because
Yeah.
that stinks.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
Yep. So now other things over at the beach house that I kind of want to get into a little bit. So like I said before, they had that really great pool.
Mhm.
They had a really fun community area that Nick actually really enjoyed sitting in and calming down with a TV. So if you need to get out of the sun for a little bit, or if you have a child having a meltdown like I did, there wasn't anybody else in there. So we spent some time in there kind of relaxing.
They had cornhole. They also had a
Mhm.
pool table, billiard table there.
Yep.
What else?
Foosball.
Foosball. Thank you. That was the other one that was there too. So there's little.
Yeah. And
little
during
things to
peak
do.
seasons, there is an actual grill called Signals where you can get more food.
Yep.
Again, it's going to be quick service type food, but we weren't there during peak season. Dole Whip is good for the soul. Yes, it is, Mike.
Yes, it is.
So, but anywho, the beach itself.
Wow.
I want to talk about that a little bit because you actually join that. You go from your beach house and go down a couple of steps, and then you just walk right out and you're on the beach.
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
Beautiful white sand.
It is beautiful white sand. It is a very calm surf,
Mm-hmm.
Which surprised us.
Yeah.
We're used to Chincoteague, and it's generally not that calm.
No.
So it's great. That part of it is great for young kids.
Yeah.
Now, I will say it's a very hard packed sand. So it's not necessarily something that you're going to be building sandcastles and things like that with your kids.
Right.
But if you are a biker or if you enjoy walking a lot, this is going to be a great beach for you to be able to go up and down and kind of just have fun playing in the surf.
Yeah.
And Nick had an absolute blast because he really enjoyed all the sea foam.
Yeah, there was a lot of sea foam. Not a lot of wind, though.
There wasn't hardly any wind.
Yeah, I mean, there was a little, but I mean, most beaches you go to, you're like, oh, that's all you hear all day.
Yeah.
And I could actually hear Megan talk, and she could hear me. So when she
that
wanted
doesn't
to,
help. Like I can't hear him most of the time. So.
Yeah, and then there's times that you don't want to hear me. So
yep.
And you heard me. So,
so I really did enjoy that beach, actually. I would recommend making sure you have some beach chairs if you're coming off season. They are provided, but again, we were off season. We were literally, I think the Florida location, you have the turtle nesting. Actually, you have turtle nesting here as well. The loggerhead turtles are known to come up and nest. So from May through October, they actually have ordinances in Hilton Head that you have to use blue light. You cannot do certain things on the beach after a certain time, and everything in order to protect those nests and also protect the turtles coming on and off the beach in order to lay those eggs, and then the babies obviously finding their way out into the ocean.
The hatchlings.
So the hatchlings. I was kind of sad because I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be a turtle nesting area. And then I was like, we're not in the season for it.
Yeah.
So
we're literally in the last day of it.
We spent our Halloween literally on a beach. Like, how incredible is that?
Halloween, baby, I was in the ocean.
Yep. So that was a first.
Yep. Definitely for me.
But yeah, we really enjoyed it. There was a lot of conservation things, which I always appreciate and stuff, being the animal person that I am. So that was a lot of fun. Turtle nesting being one of them. We got to see amazing pelicans.
Oh man, they were
those
huge.
Things are insane.
They were huge.
And well, getting to watch them fish was really cool too, because I was like, oh my gosh, like how on earth is that even happening? Exactly. So lots and lots of fun.
Yeah.
And then let me show you real quick. One thing that I thought was really interesting to me, and I didn't think about it because how many years have we been going to Walt Disney World and you have to use your magic bands? Well, they don't use magic bands. They still use room keys.
Yeah.
So look what we got. Mine. And then the grumpy octopus, which of course I got the grumpy octopus for Scott. And he's like, Seagull, that one's mine. So I was the grumpy octopus. So shut up.
I'll just keep my mouth shut.
There you go. That's a smart thing. And then, of course, anytime we go somewhere, we have two different souvenirs that we like to try to pick up. One of them is shot glasses, which you will not find shot glasses at Disney World property. They are toothpick holders.
Yep.
That's a fun fact. They didn't have any toothpick holders, but they did have a very nice Christmas ornament, which let me bring it down here first so that you guys can see. Did it have a red roof? I don't remember.
Yes.
I thought it was green.
Yeah. No.
So as you can see up there, very, very nice little Christmas ornament. And then on the back, it's really cute because it actually has Mickey and Pluto and Gone Fishing. So I thought that was a nice little touch. Lots of fun. And then the water tower from the Big Dipper pool. So it was a really fun time. We had a lot of fun. We are not still there. We were actually only there for 2 nights during our road trip this past time around. We are definitely planning on going back. Because 2 nights was not enough. It was great being able to kind of soak in the ambience and everything.
Yeah, it was. We took off last Saturday, or not this past Saturday, but Saturday before we left. And we went down and stayed in Statesville, North Carolina, laid over there that night because we went, the first day we actually took and went into New River Gorge and crossed off some things.
Got to see Golly River Recreation Area, which was a really interesting part of the lower part of West Virginia. It's a national park that we got to cross one of the things off of our list on that. We have a national parks book and we never remember it. Well, we remembered it this time. And you'll see that in the video because I'm so excited to get a stamp it. And Nick, I'm like, we got to stamp it here.
Because Nick was like, but yeah, we got to go there and then we went and spent 2 days down.
Did you jump? No, he didn't jump, Mike. That was the weekend before.
No. I would never do that.
So what he's talking about is New River Gorge actually has a bridge day, which was the weekend before we got there. And they closed down half of the bridge so that they can have this big festival on it. And then these crazy people jump off of the bridge. Yeah. So no.
Not me. I can't even go underneath of it to do the tour underneath of it to see the underneath of the bridge. No way. Can't. Won't. Don't. No. Ain't happening. Anyway, we left there and we went down and spent a couple days down on Hilton Head and then drove from there on down into Orlando for a couple days and came back up through.
Spent 2 nights at a partner hotel for Walt Disney World Resort at Flamingo's Crossing, which was the west entrance.
Yes.
We'd never been over in the west entrance before. It's a newer construction, so that was really nice. And then
there will be a video on that too.
And there will be a video on that one. Ironically, another Marriott property. This was not sponsored by Marriott, even though it kind of felt as though it was a little bit off and on. We also did, how about zip lining? Maybe zip lining I can get them to do.
You just hear me the whole time.
That might be some interesting editing on my part. I will be in Orlando for Thanksgiving. You lucky duck, Amy. Very jealous. Make sure that you, since you weren't here for the beginning part of this, make sure you head over to Disney Springs because it is completely free to park in the Lime Garage or the Orange Garage. And then you can go around and see all of the themed Christmas trees because they have a Christmas tree stroll right there in Disney Springs.
Yep.
So,
and you can always hop the bus and go in and go ride the monorail.
Yes, you could do that too. Had a monorail crawl. So, hope that you have fun while you're there, and I expect to see lots of photos. I'm going to Daytona to see my dad. Well, at least you get to go to Daytona. So that'll be fun too.
Yeah, Daytona's fun too. Got the track right there. You can go tour it.
Yeah. So
Drive on the beach.
Yeah, you could drive on the beach. Let me think. Where was I going before I got sidetracked with Disney Springs? See how easy it is to do. Oh, after our two, I was planning on going to Disney. If I was going to Disney, you would have planned it for me. Well, thank you for that, Amy. I'm sorry I could not get that out, but yes, thank you. I appreciate that because you know how Disney fanatic I am. So I would be thrilled to get you into Disney. So after doing our 2 nights at the partner hotel outside of the west entrance of Walt Disney World, we actually ended up going up to Universal and spending 1 night at Cabana Bay because I got a really good room rate on a Volcano Bay view room at Cabana Bay Resort.
Loved this.
On the 6th floor.
Yeah.
That was absolutely amazing.
7th floor.
7th floor, 6th building, 7th floor. Really confused me, and you'll see why in that video, why I always specify when I'm talking about room numbers, like why I do it that way, because that's how my brain works, and it didn't work this time. And so I'm walking on the 6th floor going,
she went on the 6th floor, she couldn't find it.
And he goes, it's 6740.
You need to go up one more. And yeah, it's a 7. Imagine that. It's a 7. It's just like the interstates. It's like the interstates. I'm telling you, it's
You're
all
so
over.
mean to me.
You make it too easy, honey.
I can't help it. Ever since Monica and Rachel was 7s, and I'm like, nope, I just can't get it in my head. So, but yeah, so we got to spend 1 night there before we started heading back north. And then we ended up, ironically, staying in Statesville again, which wasn't exactly planned.
Yep.
Guys are such foodies and roomies.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
I think that's a fair thing.
I have you to blame about the rooms, Mom. That's your fault because you're always the one that will always like to stay in the better rooms and stuff. Yeah.
For the price difference, sometimes it's like, why the heck wouldn't you? So,
so it's like $40 more to have a really nice room. Yeah, I'm gonna put the $40 out.
Yeah, to have an oceanfront or something compared to a parking lot view. I'm with you on that.
Yep.
So, but yeah, so we got to stay in Statesville again in a different hotel. Excuse me. Oh my gosh.
In this little hotel, they were doing all the remodeling, or they're doing a complete remodel. It was the Best Western. And I tell you what, this is a really.
We will not be doing a video because it was literally like half done.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like it was fair to them.
Yeah, but I'm not kidding you. This place was cute. It was a nice little place. And I tell you what, if I go back down through and we need a place to stay, I'm going to look at staying at that place again because it was just.
The price was decent.
Perfect.
The people were really nice and really nice updated rooms. You cannot beat that.
Water pressure. Wow.
Oh, yes. Best water pressure of our entire trip.
Love that.
So yes, loved it. So yeah, we had a really great time. We got a lot of video content coming towards you. I do still have one more video of our previous trip where we got to see Shelby and Chris. We've got the Wright Memorial.
Wright Brothers Memorial.
Thank you. The Wright Brothers Memorial video. It's about half done. I just need to sit down and actually finish it. And that will be coming out this week. And then I have New River Gorge video coming out. I've got a Courtyard by Marriott Statesville video coming out. Hilton Head Resort, that might be 2, because I have no idea how much footage I have, but I have a lot. And I don't want to bore you with like 50-minute videos. Plus, I don't know if it would actually upload for me at this point. And then we've got the Marriott Westgate. So that's 5. And then Cabana Bay. I was kind of having like a day on that day. So we'll see how that video turns out. It's not going to be as big. Is the Shelby and Chris one out? No, actually, it is not. I actually didn't get to do a video with the two of them because they came on our last day of being in the Outer Banks, and it was raining so bad and so miserable that we didn't get to do any video editing or anything with them. So our only good day that we had at the Outer Banks, fortunately, we were at the Wright Memorial Brothers Museum and area. So that's the one I'm talking about. So the trip where we got to see them, but unfortunately they weren't with us yet because they were both still working.
And unfortunately the hurricane came up through, and that's what
dealing with tropical storm when they were there. So
Mr. Ian,
so, and I didn't want to lose all of our, I didn't want to ruin my phone trying to do a rain video, basically, because it was bad at some point. So
it wasn't raining like this; it was raining like this.
It wasn't fun.
Hurt, and the sand hurt, and the wind hurt. So,
but we'll definitely get back out there again and do the Holiday Inn Express for sure.
Oh yeah, totally.
So,
but yeah, all in all, it was a great week.
It was a lot of fun.
The Soul did a wonderful job.
Yeah, she did.
Did great gas mileage. We were averaging 35 to almost 40 miles to the gallon.
Yeah.
On it. Once we got down into Florida.
It's been years since we've had a vehicle that does that.
$2. What was it? $2.75 was the lowest that we saw gasoline prices in Florida.
I saw $2.95.
$2.95. No, $2.75 was in Georgia. I saw that.
Yeah.
You were on the phone with your mom. So, but I saw that. $2.75 a gallon down in Georgia. Could not believe it. I was like, please bring that north.
Yep. And then we filled up. It was what, $3.93 at our Sam's Club?
Yep.
$3.94.
$3.94.
Because it went up a penny. I was like, why?
Just made me sick. But anyway, she did a great job. We had a lot of fun. We went all the way down and came back and survived.
Got to see a Buc-ee's.
Yep, went to a Buc-ee's.
Oh my God, Buc-ee's are amazing.
Yeah, those things are freaking huge.
Amy, when you go, there is one in Daytona. You have got to go and just you're going to go nuts because
it's a gas station.
What the heck am I looking at?
Station.
It is like Cracker Barrel on crack, okay?
Yeah.
It is insane how much stuff they have.
And if you like beef jerky, you're going to love this place. Or brisket or barbecue sandwiches. Wow, man, this place had everything. Over, it was almost 300 gas pumps they had.
We drove around. We're like, how many do they really have?
Wow, this place is huge. And it kind of reminded me of a small grocery store just completely made into a gas station with gas pumps all the way around it.
Yep.
So,
it was really incredible.
It was neat.
And then all of the trinkets and stuff. I was like, oh, I could get some Christmas shopping done in here.
Yeah, literally.
But the car we have isn't big enough for me to take all this crap home.
Now that was the saving grace on us buying stuff this time. So
yes.
But anyway, we had a great time. It was a great trip. We are looking to do a few things here in a couple weeks again. I know.
Fingers crossed yet again.
Yep.
I'm back. What did I miss? You missed Buc-ee's. That is what you missed.
Yes, you missed Buc-ee's, Chris. What's wrong with you?
So,
but
where is my Stuckey's?
Stuckey's? Stuckey's and Buc-ee's are pretty close. I don't know if there is any Stuckey's still left down there, Dad.
I didn't know there was such thing as a Stuckey's.
Yeah.
You used to get excited over Wawa's, and now I'm like, forget Wawa's. I want a Buc-ee's.
Yeah, Buc-ee's. Well, Stuckey's was, I think it started back in the 70s and 80s, and they continued through and stuff. So I remember numerous times Dad and Mom, we'd stop at Stuckey's and stuff. So,
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember, but I never went as far south as Florida.
You're young.
I was always in the Carolinas.
You're young.
I knew she wouldn't know. Yeah, I have no idea. Sorry.
Yeah, I remember.
So.
But yeah, it was a good time. We're gonna have to wrap things up because it's after 9.
Oh, it is after 9 o'clock.
But
Wawa's has the best sweet tea. I'm telling you what, any place south of Virginia, like Virginia and down, has fantastic sweet tea. Mm-hmm. I went and I got a sweet tea today, and I'm like, what is this crap?
Yeah, it is. It was not good at all. Like I've had it. Like I did the same thing today too. Like I was just like, oh, like I just no one knows how to make sweet tea up here. I don't know what it is, but.
And you know it's good when it comes up on the receipt is the Southern style sweet tea.
Yes, like, right.
I'm about to drink sugar water.
Yeah, right. Just
Call me a hummingbird.
put the IV in the vein. Sugar drip. Oh, yeah. So, but anyway, yes, it was a great time. If you guys are definitely interested in any kind of a trip, doing anything, going anywhere, cruises, whatever it is, please get a hold of us.
Yes, because I
We would
booked
love to help.
cruises while I was on vacation.
Yes, she did. Yeah, she was working and
And
making
thank
money.
you. If you, those of you happen to be on here, thank you so much for that. I
Yep.
appreciate it.
And don't forget, guys, we are looking to do that. Not looking. We are doing that trip in March.
Yes.
If you guys are interested in going to Universal with us, get a hold of us. You can definitely, we'll get you hooked up. We'll get you some room rates and stuff, and we'll get you guys down there with us, and we'll all hang out and do some rides together. And it's Mardi Gras time, baby. It's time to have some fun. So let's get out there and let's go hang out and let's have some fun, guys, and enjoy our very first plum crazy adventure with us. But I think we're going to wrap it up and get out of here.
I think that we need to. So if you guys enjoyed this tonight and you haven't done so already, make sure that you go over, you hit that subscribe button over on YouTube, hit the like button up there on Facebook, and follow us up there as well so that you see when I put up new things. Rankings, it's Megan's, then Bob Evans, then Wawa, then Cracker Barrel. Okay.
Yeah,
at least I'm still at the top.
I agree with you. So
when it's fresh.
Yeah.
So but yeah, so definitely do that for us. We really appreciate it. Also, again, if you're interested in booking any kind of trips, definitely reach out to us. We do a little bit of everything. We have certain things that we obviously specialize in. We're family travel specialists, but we do other things as well. So definitely reach out. And if for some reason I can't book it, or if it's something I'm not familiar with, I have a great network of friends that are also travel agents that can help you out. So definitely reach out to us, and I'm happy to help. So with all that being said, are you ready for your next Plum Crazy adventure?
Because we are ready to get you there. We will see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's been a lot of fun. See you guys next week. Bye-bye, everybody.